taking a deload from training. And what does that mean? So at the minute, I'm 14 days into a rest period, which is considered a deload. Because my body was so banged up that I needed to take significant time off. It was necessarily starting with a week, see how I feel, and then continue to go. So it's been reactive instead of planned, which is what deloads are. But a deload would be anything that's significantly decreasing your training volume and intensity. Probably the best way to describe it. So say you do push-pull legs, and maybe not even take a day off, which is not advisable because of the nature of that training split. You're then going to burn out really quick. So to cut that down, you could just go push, day off, pull, day off, legs, day off, and then on the working sets, or a few reps in reserve. So instead of going to failure and then beyond failure with a spotter and then drop sets and all these other intensity techniques we can use, you'd simply go to 2 reps short of failure and then stop and allow your body to catch up with recovery. So that would be sort of the higher end. The lower end of full recovery is doing what I'm doing right now, where I took my Fitbit off last week, didn't do any steps, sat on my backside and absolutely hated it. But it's necessary because mine's been so long overdue that I'm now just so battered, my body needs significant time off. And then what does that mean? Well, for a start, you're going to look soft, you're going to look flat, feel mentally shit in that respect in terms of the way you look. I thoroughly enjoy training, which is why I've pushed my body to this place in the first place, because I love teaching classes, I love training, I love doing steps, I love just moving. So at this point, you have to just pull every single thing back to the point where I'm now doing nothing. Sat doing videos, working, sat at the laptop, and just trying to move as little as possible, which essentially is what some people already do. You know, if you've not got a very active job, you're not got very much stress, and you literally just go to the gym, and especially if you do like a bro split of like chest, shoulders, arms, your training volume and intensity is a lot lower than someone doing push-pull legs, and your general day is a lot easier because you sat down at an office, desk jobs, things like that. So therefore, your general physical stress is lower. Maybe your life stress is low because potentially single, so you don't have to stress a relationship, maybe you don't have kids, financially secure, all these things that would be stress factors, which all play into how much stress can you take. And then your recovery and the need of your recovery, they all play in together. So if, like say, you had very little stress at work, at life, financially secure, and then you do like a bro split, you probably would never need a deload. Your body wouldn't be pushed to that limit. But then we start piling stuff on top, the wheels have fallen off, with me especially. Because then it was last year with prep. Well, instead of sitting down at a desk job, it's standing up for 12 hours a day, doing 20,000 steps, then teaching classes multiple times a week. So sometimes in the day, I'd do double sessions. So you think, obviously, how fast is that going to burn me out? And then I didn't give adequate recovery time afterwards. So since that, my body just never felt right. But it even trails all the way back to 2017 when I did a prep. And my body has never fully recovered. So I didn't give significant time afterwards. And I was in a worse state then than I've ever been. And yes, I've had holidays and stuff last year that have allowed me to recover a little bit. But I've always tried to cut out stimulants, things like that, when I go on holiday as a way to help this recovery process. And it's really important. That's what I've done right now. I've cut out stimulants, I've tried to sleep as much as possible, cut out steps, cut out any stress factors I could immediately pull, which included training. And yes, that adds a little bit of stress because I enjoy training, it's a stress relief. But to the degree I train too, it's now a negative stress if done too long without a break. So this is why we say about deloads. It's a very complicated thing that you can't plan. You can't say, right, you're going to train for 6 weeks and then take a deload. Because you might get 6 weeks and you're fine and could keep going. But you might get to 4 and you're on your ass and you've got to then take a break. Whether it's just a weekend because you get on it early, or whether it's a longer break, maybe a week or so, or maybe reducing the training volume down, whatever it may be. So the big question is, when do we take a deload? And as I say, it's a reactive process that you have to put in depending on the situation. And as I said, there's many lifestyle factors that would add to your stress load. So it depends on your stress load. The lower your stress is, and the less intense your training is, and the shorter duration your training is, the longer you can push without taking a break and potentially not needing one at all. Just taking a couple of days off a week would suffice to continue your recovery process. If you kick your body's ass constantly until you're forced to take a break, which is essentially what I do because I love training, then you're in a different situation, and you've got to be reactive and clever about it, because a lot of us are stubborn and we turn around and say, no, we don't need to break, push through, and you just take some pre-workout and you go, and then you take some more pre-workout and go, and you just keep getting more and more and more burnt out, to the point where in my situation, I'm getting up for work to train clients on a Saturday morning, and I'm that knackered because I've trained in the morning on a Friday and then done a class in the night time. I'm worked all day. Wake up on Saturday morning, and just to train clients, I've had to have coffee. I shouldn't have to do that. It shows that I'm burnt out. As I say, this has tracked back for more than 2 years, and I've never allowed full recovery to this degree. So I'm now having to force myself. I'm 2 weeks in, and I could go to a month, and physically I'll feel shit. But it's necessary to actually take steps back. So sometimes for some people, you'd look better after a few days off. I will look worse. I know I will look worse. And that's very hard to mentally accept, that I know I'm going to make myself look worse by not training, increasing my calories, resting, not moving. But it's so then I can progress forward at a faster rate afterwards. So for this next couple of months, I'm going to feel shit and look shit. However, we're still off work and the gym and everything else. So who's going to see me? No one. What better time to take it? Some of you will already been forced to. So although it was shit that you missed a few weeks of training, it may be really beneficial to you to have missed that time. So now you can then progress straight forward because you've already took this forced rest like I'm doing right now.